If you're new to Naples, Florida, there's a good chance no one has told you about Lake Park yet. This is one of those neighborhoods that doesn't look flashy on the map. But once you understand the location, the quality of the homes, and how people actually live here, it starts to make sense why people would pick Lake Park as their home. Today, I'm breaking down Lake Park in very real terms, where it's located, how long it takes to get everywhere, who it's for, and what most people miss when they're deciding where to live in Naples. Hi, I'm Vanessa with the Beretta Group at Serhant in Naples, Florida. And if you're thinking about moving to Naples or want neighborhood breakdowns that actually explain what it's like to live here, make sure you're subscribed because this is exactly what we focus on this channel. And just so you know, we do have a home on the market in Lake Park that I will use as an example so you can see the quality of the build and the layout you can really expect in this neighborhood. First, let's orient you because Naples geography really matters. Naples is a coastal city in Southwest Florida. The Gulf of Mexico is to the west, and development continues to move east as the city grows. Lake Park sits just east of downtown Naples, north of 5th Avenue South, and west of Goodlet Frank Road. Historically, and when I was growing up here, if you were moving to downtown Naples, you would always hear west of 41, it's the only place you want to be. But today, prices west of 41 have increased dramatically. You're not even finding land downtown west of 41 for under $3 million. Lake Park sits just on the east side of 41. So it's still very central. In many ways, it's way more convenient because you have multiple access points, less seasonal congestion, and a significantly lower price point for basically the same place. This location is what defines this wonderful neighborhood. One of the biggest advantages of Lake Park is how close it is to everything. You're about 5 minutes from the Naples airport. Yes, that's a private airport, and if that's your mode of transportation, hi, my name is Vanessa, but you're also only about 40 minutes from the Fort Myers International Airport, which is where most people fly in and out when they're coming to Naples. It could be bigger, it could be nicer, but it's pretty convenient, I have to say. Downtown Naples, which as a person who was kind of a downtown Naples homer, I grew up there, specifically the 5th Avenue South area, you're basically a 5 to 10 minute walk, depending on what part of Lake Park you're in, and most beach access points are less than 5 minutes. Also, you're positioned between 41 and Goodlet Frank, the two main north-south roads in Naples. You can literally get anywhere at any time. That flexibility matters more than people realize, especially as Naples becomes busier. Lake Park is really just a residential neighborhood, but it's also extremely functional. You'll see a mix of older Florida-style homes, renovated properties, and new construction. The streets are generally quiet. There are a few bigger pass-through roads, but the neighborhood has roundabouts to slow the traffic down, and then there's some secret ones that I'll share with you if you contact me. This is not a master plan community. There are no gates, no amenities, no clubhouse. You're buying here for the location and for a home that offers real character without the old Naples price tag. We are losing some character in Naples. Lake Park is maintaining it. I'm going to give you a peek at what daily life looks like if you live in Lake Park. For coffee, you could walk or drive to Badass, which just opened another location on Central Ave. And you can also have the tried and true Dunkin', which is right in the neighborhood. And I know Florida isn't known for its bagels, but Brooklyn dough is one of the best, and it's right in Lake Park. And I lived in New York City and I worked in Brooklyn, so I don't say that lightly. I know good bagels, and this place is worth the trip. The point is, you're not driving 20 minutes to get your latte or your breakfast. Groceries are so easy here. You have Publix about 5 minutes away, Wynn's Market, which is the historic market in Naples for specialty items, and they're actually currently building a larger flagship in the neighborhood. It's going to be a game changer for residents. For gas, like I said, you have two major roadways bordering the neighborhood, so it's easy access whatever direction you're going. For any dining, you are so close to everywhere. Lake Park Diner is a local staple, and I'm not exaggerating when I say I get takeout from there almost daily. I'm pretty lazy with cooking. You're also minutes to downtown restaurants like Campiello, Del Mar, and even just 5 minutes to Bayshore for more casual local favorites. This is one of those neighborhoods where errands don't require planning. I cannot stress enough how ideal this location is. Lake Park attracts a really diverse group of people. Buyers relocating who want a luxury-feeling neighborhood without feeling confined in a gated community, or full-time residents who want proximity to downtown without that cookie-cutter feel, and also people who don't want to spend $7 million on an older home west of 41. It's also for people who still love that Florida bungalow feel. I love them, but most of them west of 41 got demolished during Hurricane Ian. Many of them in Lake Park were high enough to not have any damage. It's great for people who want new construction with the quality of the Olde Naples, but not quite the price point. Lake Park Elementary School is right in the neighborhood, and for families who live there, it's wonderful. Their kids can walk to school, and it's kind of that older feeling that, we had growing up in the 90s. It's also appealing for buyers who want flexibility and fewer HOA restrictions. Lake Park is within the city of Naples, which does have stricter regulations than the unincorporated Collier County. So while it's more flexible than an HOA, it still has some rules, but it just preserves the value of your property and your home. From an actual real estate perspective, Lake Park is very diverse. You're seeing smaller lot sizes compared to the estates further south, classic old Florida bungalows, and newer homes built high enough way above FEMA requirements, which really matters here. Growing up in Naples, this was always one of my favorite neighborhoods to drive through because it actually felt like home in old Florida. In the past few years, there's been significant redevelopment due to proximity to downtown, the airport, and major roadways. Now, some of those new builds lack character and quality, but I want to show you a quick example of the kind of home you can get in Lake Park if you know what you're looking for. This home happens to be for sale here in Lake Park. I'm using this home as an example because it represents the quality of build that you can get in Lake Park. The quality of this home mirrors that of Olde Naples. I mean, look at the lights in the cabinets. It's just a stunning property. If you know what to look for or work with someone who knows what to look for, like myself, you can find an amazing quality home for significantly less purchase price than you would just west of 41. To put this in perspective, a home like this in Lake Park with this level of craftsmanship will run you around $4.5 million. If you had the same one just west of 41, probably at least $7 million, maybe more, despite being literally a minute away. That price gap is why buyers who understand Naples tend to pay attention to neighborhoods like this early on. There are a few things you should consider and understand if you're going to purchase in Lake Park, but you haven't lived there before. You will hear airplanes occasionally because of the Naples airport. For most people, it's not disruptive at all. Because of flight patterns, planes don't go directly over Lake Park. They typically pass over Port Royal and Aquilane, which is interesting given the price points people are paying to live there, but they're also the people who are actually using that airport and love how convenient and close by it is. Another thing to consider is that this area is evolving, so you will see and hear construction pretty much on every street, which is part of what's driving that long-term interest in this area. And like many Naples neighborhoods, flood zones and elevation matters. Not every property is the same, and floods and flood insurance is not as scary as the media is telling you. If you have questions about flood zones or flood insurance, please reach out. I'm happy to help calm your fears and guide you so you can make a sound investment in Naples, Florida. So off the top of my head, a few mistakes I see buyers make in Lake Park are assuming every home is in the same flood zone, not double checking elevation on the older bungalows, and underestimated the importance of picking the right street in the neighborhood. This is where local knowledge really matters. Lake Park may not be the right fit for you if you're looking for a gated community with amenities, beachfront living, or a quiet, uniform neighborhood. But if you want to live close to everything and have that old Florida feel, this is a strong option. Lake Park will continue to be in demand because Naples continues to grow inward, not just outward. As downtown becomes more active and Bayshore continues to evolve, neighborhoods like this benefit from the proximity to everything. This is why investors and buyers who really understand Naples and its trajectory have put their focus on Lake Park. If you're considering moving to Naples and want help deciding which neighborhood actually fits your lifestyle and long-term goals, that's what we do here at the Beretta Group. I'm Vanessa, and I grew up in Naples, and I help buyers make smart, informed decisions. If you want more information about the home I mentioned, or you're looking for something similar in Lake Park, or want to learn more about another Naples neighborhood, you can reach out using the link below. And if these neighborhood breakdowns are helpful, make sure to subscribe and let us know in the comments what area you want us to cover next.